Good morning, and welcome to the 2026 Virtual University and Degree Information Fair. This event is going to be running all week long and is comprised of a variety of diploma to degree pathway sessions from a variety of Seneca's partner institutions. If you are not able to attend any of the sessions happening this week, all of the sessions are being recorded and will be available on our site later. My name is Jennifer Kloosterman, and I am part of the Academic Pathways team here at Seneca Polytechnic. If you have any questions moving forward or require any support at all regarding diploma to degree pathways, whether that be at Seneca or beyond, please reach out to us. You can connect with us. We'll have more information about ways to do that at the end of this session. So I am going to pass it over to our presenter, Kylie from the Ontario Tech University. We're going to have a short presentation, and then at the end, we're going to have some time to answer questions and have more discussion. So if you do have any questions, you can pop those into the chat, and we will get to that at the end of the session. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Jennifer. First off, I just want to say thank you to everyone for attending our Ontario Tech presentation today. And now I will begin. So to start off, I'd just like to do a quick land acknowledgement. So Ontario Tech University acknowledges the lands and peoples of the Mississaugas of Scugog Island First Nation. We are thankful to be welcome on these lands in friendship. The lands we are situated on are covered under the Williams Treaties and are the traditional territory of the Mississaugas, a branch of the Greater Anishinaabe Nation, including Algonquin, Ojibwe, Ottawa, and Potawatomi. These lands remain home to a number of Indigenous nations and people. We acknowledge this land out of respect for the Indigenous nations who have cared for Turtle Island, also called North America, from before the arrival of settler peoples until this day. Most importantly, we acknowledge that the history of these lands has been tainted by poor treatment and a lack of friendship with the First Nations who call them home. This history is something we are all affected by because we are all treaty people in Canada. We all have a shared history to reflect on, and each of us is affected by this history in different ways. Our past defines our present, but if we move forward as friends and allies, then this does not have to define our future. So what this presentation will be covering is transferring to Ontario Tech as a college student. So I'll be going over all of our degree program options, experiential learning opportunities, application process and timeline, tuition fees and scholarship, and then a little bit about our city, the campus and residents, and as well as supporting your transition. So the different kinds of programs we have for transfer students is a bridge program, an advanced entry program, and a collaborative bridge. So the collaborative bridge program is only for the post-RPN students, and that one is only with a partnership with Durham College. So that one's not really necessary for this one. For a bridge program, the bridge program and advanced entry are kind of similar. It's just that the bridge program, you have to take a prescribed set of foundational courses that leads to the qualification into an upper year the upper year of the degree program. With the advanced entry option, you just start immediately into the upper year as long as you meet the requirements. So Ontario Tech, we specialize in these 8 areas that you can see on the screen. And so I'll take a little bit of time to go over the different programs that we offer in each area of study. So for business, we have a commerce program for both the bridge and the advanced entry, and these can be taken at a full-time or part-time load. And for the commerce bridge, you can start in either May or September. For commerce advanced entry, you can only start in September. For computers and technology, we have networking and information technology security and advanced entry program that starts in September, and then also computer science advanced entry program also starting in September. For education, we have facilitating adult learning with technology, and this is an undergraduate diploma. And then we also have educational studies, which is an advanced entry program. You can start the educational studies in September, January, or May. Also in education, we have educational psychology, which is an advanced entry program as well. And this is kind of a combination of educational studies and psychology. And this can be starts in September. For health sciences and medicine, we have an allied health sciences bridge program that starts in September. And then we also have a post-RPN bridge program starts in September. And this one, you can have any Ontario College diploma in practical nursing. More in health sciences and medicine is kinesiology. So these are all advanced entry options, and then there's just different options for whatever your Ontario College diploma was. So if you had a diploma in massage, you would apply to the kinesiology advanced entry massage. And then same thing for the fitness, health, and promotion, and then a degree in the OTA and PTA. And the last one for health sciences and medicine is a medical laboratory science program. This is a bridge program. This one also, my apologies. This one is also not for this. This one is only for Durham College and Fleming College students. Okay. And now onto our science program. So this one is biological science. This is an advanced entry program, and you can start in September for this one. Now into social science and humanities, we have a communications and digital media studies program, a criminology and justice program, and a forensic psychology program. All of these are all advanced entry options. And then the last three here we have legal studies, advanced entry, political science, and psychology, advanced entry. And for all of our pathway programs, you can always visit our website at ontariotechu.ca/pathways to learn a bit more about these programs in detail. And then these are the last two programs here. We have liberal studies and sociology, technology, and innovation, both advanced entry. So at Ontario Tech, there's many ways to gain experiential learning outside of co-op, and every single student at Ontario Tech will get some form of experiential learning opportunity before they graduate. And that option of how you get your experiential learning just depends on which your program cluster is. So for programs in like science, you would have like a lot of those are like a practicum or placement. Or you also can work at a capstone project or research opportunities with your professor as well. So at Ontario Tech, we're a really close, tight-knit community where you'll find support for almost everything to ensure you make the most out of your university career. You'll start your transition and you'll be supported the whole way through with peer leaders to make sure you're settling into university life. For academic support, we have academic advisors that will help you switch courses, review program requirements, and ensure you're on track to achieve your degree. We also have the Ontario Tech Student Union who will hold events on campus, provide supports, help facilitate clubs, groups, and societies. And they're really here to like help you feel connected and get involved in many ways at Ontario Tech. So these are the deadlines for application. So January 30th, which is in a couple days, is the application deadline for early application programs. The early application programs is medical laboratory science, the bridge program, and then our nursing post RPN and advanced entry. So if you're interested in applying into nursing, you have to submit your application before January 30th. February 9th is a document submission for these early application programs, and then March 31st is the application and document deadline for all programs other than early application programs. June 1st is the day that if you apply to residence by this day, then your spot in residence would be secured. You just have to accept your offer, and then the transfer credit process will begin. July 10th is the document deadline for applicants with conditional offers of admission to the early application programs. And then August 14th, any outstanding documentation submission deadline for students who have accepted in a conditional offer. So university is a huge investment in yourself, and I will put a disclaimer out here that the numbers on this slide are based around averages and can vary year to year, but you can take a picture of this. You can also scan the QR code in the bottom. It will lead you to our tuition calculator, but all the programs differ. So someone in like allied health sciences, education, health sciences, or science, it can range from almost $6,000 for an Ontario resident to up to $33,000 for international students. And your tuition cost includes tuition, residence, your ancillary fees, laptop fees, meal plans, and more. But then again, these are all averages to give you an idea of the cost to expect. So to support you in this investment in yourself, we do offer a lot of different scholarships and bursaries. So scholarships, we have in-course scholarships based on your GPA, and This can range from 1,000 with a 3.7 to 3.9 GPA to 1,500 with a 4.0 GPA or higher. We also offer bursaries and awards. And how this works is that there's a general application that opens in August, and you apply through your My Ontario Tech portal. And these can range anywhere from $250 to $5,000. And once you put in the one application, we'll automatically assign the bursary, so you don't have to do anything else for the rest of the semester. We also have on-campus work study opportunities. So this is our University Works program, and you can work up to 10 hours a week in a different discipline. We have actually a work study student like on our communications team. There's something like athletics, so there's tons of on-campus work opportunities. Our campus is located in Oshawa, which is part of the Durham region, and it's about a 45-minute drive to Toronto. Oshawa is currently the #1 city for jobs in Canada, which is something that's really important when considering where to attend school, because that means there's plenty of connections for you to make. There's also many restaurants, activities, businesses, and landmarks and more in the area, such as the Oshawa Center, the Tribute Community Center, which is home to the Oshawa Generals OHL hockey team, and plenty of parks and trails and green spaces to hang out and relax. This is just a quick look at our residence. So we have different buildings, and the cost will vary based on your room type and your meal plan. As I mentioned before, we can guarantee your spot in residence as long as you apply by June 1st. And we just have, these are the 3 different kinds of rooms. So I won't go into them in too much detail, but once again, if you are interested in residence, you can visit ontariotechu.ca/residence for more information. So that's everything I have for today. And as I said, we'll open the floor to questions. There is many ways to stay in contact with us. Our next on-campus event is Experience Day, which is Saturday, March 28th, where you can really come to experience the campus. There's all the labs are open. You can talk with professors, talk with current students to really just see if you can picture yourself at Ontario Tech. You can also book a one-on-one meeting with a recruiter or attend more webinars like this one. But there's more specific ones as well that we have. And then we also have a live chat function where you can ask on the demand questions when the live chat is open. You can also book your own personal campus tour or attend a virtual tour. We'll stop sharing. I'll actually leave this on my screen for now. And then in case anyone wants to scan the QR code, but for now, we can open the floor to questions.
Thank you so much, Kylie. That was great. And I would just echo, it's great if students are looking at any of the institutions to really, take the opportunity to do a tour if you can, or a virtual tour, connect with those events there. They're super helpful. So there's a few questions in the chat we'll get to. The first question's about engineering. So if there's no advanced entry option for an engineering program, how would a student apply for that? And is there any opportunities for transfer credit?
Yeah, so we don't have any advanced entry options for engineering just because I don't know if there's any in the works, but at this moment we do not. So you would apply like in your portal, and you may be able to like get some transfer credits. You can get a total, you have to complete at least 50% of the degree at Ontario Tech. So you would get no more than, I think it's 20 credits, but that transfer credit process doesn't begin until you apply to the university and then accept your offer, and then the transfer credit process can begin, but there's no way to know um, ahead of time if you will get any transfer credits and how many you would get.
And also, I guess a student would need to meet any admission requirements. So that might include like high school 12U courses.
Yes, exactly. And the admission requirements can be met with a combination of high school and post-secondary.
I have an advanced diploma from Seneca in computer systems technology. Would I be eligible for the advanced entry bachelor's of IT networking and IT program? I don't think we have a pathway to that. I don't think it's listed in our pathways guide.
Yes. Um, I'm just looking at our website quickly as well to see if I can see here. Right. I go back to computer system. I think you would be eligible for the advanced entry option because the requirement here is the computer systems technology diploma. I'll just put this, let me just pull up the link.
So for that student looking for that information, I would go on to the link there, ontariotechu.ca/comp and tech, and you can see those pathways. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to us in academic pathways, and we can connect you with Ontario Tech, or you can reach out to them directly.
Yeah, I just shared that link in the chat as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And social work. So a student's looking for more information about enrolling for the Bachelor of Social Work program.
So we do not have a social work program. Um, I'll go back to the screen with our social science and humanities programs. I would say if you're interested in like doing something like social work, something like most similar might be like our educational studies program or maybe like sociology, technology and innovation. Like, but if you want to like work with like children, I would maybe say like the educational studies or educational psychology program. Um, but yeah, we don't have a bachelor of social work.
What is the English language requirements for someone who has a diploma for a non-native English speaker?
So the English language requirement, so you'll have to provide a test unless you've done, I think it's a minimum of 3 years of full-time study in a primarily English speaking school. So if your diploma took 3 years, then you would meet that requirement. But if it was less than 3 years, then you will have to do a test. I can link to that page as well.
Another question is about how flexible Ontario Tech is for like online learning. Someone saying that they're interested in commerce, but it seems to be completely in person.
Yeah, so it does vary by like program, but the commerce one is you might have like some courses online and but it is mainly like on campus.
Someone's asking about the deadline. I'm pretty sure on your slide it was in March.
Yeah, it's March 31st.
To apply for a study permit for a new program, a student would need an acceptance letter. Would the university give us time to complete the permit process while we study?
Um, Sorry, I'm confused. Like I think you have to apply. I'm not like an international recruiter, so I don't know the correct answer, but I do believe like you'll get a conditional offered admission, and I think maybe once you get that, you can begin your study permit application. But I apologize. Like I said, I'm not an international recruiter, so I don't know exactly the rules surrounding that.
We can get to a
But if
couple
you
more here.
sorry, and I will if you email, you can always email my email here, and then I will forward it to one of our international recruiters as well.
Um, is there any way to get accommodations for online learning or any additional options?
So if you have if you're choosing like your open classes, like your electives, like you may be able to choose online ones there. You may apply for like special considerations, but I think you like there is if it's an in-class component, like you will have to be in class, and there's not too many workarounds for that.
Um, it's just some of the questions are really specific. So if it's very specific to your educational background, I really would encourage you to book a meeting with either one of us in the Academic Pathways office or with one of the recruiters at Ontario Tech. And Kylie's email is there as well, so that's helpful. Just if it's very, very specific. I noticed on the advanced entry for computer science, it says that the admission requirement is an advanced diploma from the college with a GPA of 70%. Are these the only requirements?
Um, let's double check on the website here. Yes, so that is the only requirements. The requirement would be the diploma listed and then that minimum like entry. But just because you meet those requirements doesn't necessarily mean that you will get accepted. It depends kind of like how competitive the program is. But as long as you meet that minimum requirements, then you will be eligible to apply.
Just looking through the rest of the questions here. Someone's asking about the 2-year program. It's saying computer systems technology. I believe it's a technician diploma. Again, all of the pathways with Ontario Tech are outlined pretty in depth on their website. So if you need to check to see if a pathway exists, I would get onto there to see that listing of which programs are eligible. And if there's any confusion or you need to verify something, you can always reach out to us or to Ontario Tech and we can confirm those details with you. I would like to connect with someone to explore different career pathways. I'm currently finishing my last semester from SSW. I assume you're looking to do that with someone at Seneca. So Seneca does have the Seneca Works team that focuses on assisting students and supporting students with career pathways. So if you send an email to the service hub at senecapolytechnic.ca, then someone from the Seneca Works team will connect with you and they can definitely meet with you about career pathways. My class finished in August for diploma in accounting. I want to continue and the accounting and finance degree. Would I be able to start in September? Um,
Um, yeah, so you could apply. So for our advanced entry, it isn't like specialized in accounting or finance. So you could technically start in September. It would just be like a conditional offer based on the completion of your accounting diploma. If you did apply for like the advanced entry program, commerce program, you would probably be able to meet with like your academic advisor and like take more courses to be able to specialize in accounting or finance, but it would probably extend the degree to further than longer than 2 years.
okay. Someone's asking about behavioral. So again, looking at the listing of the pathways, there is a pathway from behavioral science to the forensic psychology advanced entry. Um, I don't see any other also a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. So there's different options there. So again, if you check that listing of the different pathways that are available, it'll outline for you the transfer credits that are available and the admission requirements for that program. And if you have any further questions, just reach out to us. My colleague Kristen will be putting our email address and we have an online advisement appointment website. So after today, if you have any questions or you need any further support, you can always connect with us as well. So I think we're almost at the end here. So I just wanted to take a moment to thank everyone for joining us today. And thank you to Kylie for this presentation. It was super informative. And if you, here, I'll just type it in here right now. I'm just putting the academic pathways email address. So if you have any questions or you're confused about any of the pathways, you can always reach out to us at academic.pathways@senecapolytechnic.ca. Um, Okay, so one more question did come through, which actually is a great question that does come up quite frequently. How many years of credits can be accepted if we don't continue studying degree after graduation? I think what they're asking is, like, for how long can a credit be used for? Like, let's say a student takes a year off or a couple of years off, like, is there a time period to come back and apply?
I don't think there's like a time period, but as like the course syllabus changes and stuff, how they base like the credit transfer credit process is like they'll kind of look at the syllabi and like the description of the courses and like see what how it matches like the information that they're going to be teaching. So obviously like the longer you wait, like the substance of the courses could be different. But there is no really like time when they're like people have applied like 10 years later and they can still use like transfer credits there. So
Perfect. Okay, so again, thank you everyone for joining today, and we look forward to connecting with you later if you have any more questions or need further support on these pathways. And I hope everyone has a great day. Take care.